Hello, everyone. LJ Young for That Ain't My Daddy. I'm back. Let me set up, make sure I got this set up so I can see anybody that decides to type to me while I'm on. All right, here we go. My name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see. And when I say see, for the first 40 years of my life, I was trapped in what I call the debt matrix. It's this little box that everybody that believes in credit and debt and think they can't buy anything without credit, phone, house, car, whatever, they can't do without credit. And it better be good. And everybody with good credit must know how to manage money, and they must have money. Why? Because their score is 800 and blah, 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 whatever. That's where everybody lives, right here in the debt matrix. Okay, I lived there for the first 40 years of my life. Then I finally woke up, got out of the debt matrix, and now I look at credit and debt. I look at credit like a coin, the size of a coin. Heads, tails, and the edge. There's the consumer side of credit, there's the business side of credit, and then there's the edge. That's where I live. I can understand both because I now understand that money has two languages. Money is spoken in two languages, debt and debt free. If you've always been in debt, you only speak debt. You have no idea the language of debt free even exists, nor have you even bothered to look. I get it. I get it. But anyway, lately, I'm going to take you guys on a ride, man. I'm going to take you on a ride. I'm going to let you experience what I see being debt free. I know it sounds like it's cool. Just a second here. You know, you just think it's just about not having any more debt, right? You just think, oh, I just don't have any more bills. No, it's much more than that. It's much more than that. Way, way more. It opens your eyes to things that were right in front of your face the whole damn time. So now I always look for things that I always thought was one way. Now I can see it another way. Okay, none of this is hidden, what I'm telling you, none of it. So now my eyes are open. So now I'm just hungry for seeing what's more out there. What else is out there that I thought was and wasn't, and it's really not. You know, you just cannot help it. Money is helping people with their personal finances is a breeze. I love helping them. I show them each way, and I show them with math. I'm not making anything up. So it's fun to me, as you guys can see how many videos I make. All right, and so I'm just hungry for seeing what I never saw before. All right. So now I'm tired. I'm really amazed and stunned by these First Amendment audits, man. They have captivated me. I mean, they have captivated me, and all they do is go and demand their rights with a camera and live streaming. That's it. These guys are changing the game, but only to those who are paying attention. Just like debt and money. I'm only debt free because I decided to pay attention. It's only fifth grade math, but it didn't matter what level of math if I wasn't paying attention. It just didn't matter. Anyway, but they're fascinating me, and I'm going to tell you why, okay? I'm going to take you on a ride where you can't see, and I'm going to help you separate your feelings, like I always tell you, how to separate your feelings from your money. I want you to separate your feelings from something else with the story I'm about to tell you. So, for those of you that do not know, First Amendment audits are these guys that just go around to different federally owned, public government owned buildings because the government is really us, and so we have rights to go and film these buildings, but they gotta go on a public sidewalk and be doing no crime. Okay, they can't be committing a crime, so they just go on public areas and film the building. And these people just come and cops come out and flip out, and the government workers. But this is what the story. I want you guys to see this. Okay. So if you ever take the time to watch this, this is what I want you to pay close attention to, all right? Let's start with the police. Now, the guys will be standing filming a federal building. People call and say, hey, these guys, they must be terrorists, just the same old, right? The police come, and they tell the people that call the police, they tell the people they're going to wait for the police. Now, the people that call the police, they think they're joking or they're just lying and they're going to later run off or something, right? But that's the mind training that they've been, but they just don't pay attention that, like, They don't run. They wait there. They say, okay, we're gonna wait for the police, right? And then the people are shocked. They're like, okay, yeah, we'll see, right? And then when the police come, right? The police, not all of them, I'm saying to some, are just the ones I've watched because they show praise to the police that actually follow the law, okay? But the ones that don't, I want you to pay attention to this. Pay attention to how they because you'll know right away when they step out of the car. And I only know this because of these guys I'm following, these guys that are just showing me this stuff. You'll know right away their attitude, the way they step out of the car. It's because they're so used to this. It's like routine for years, especially the guys that been the older dudes. The older dudes are really getting it. They've been on the force. They've been getting away with this stuff, all right? And it's probably not even their fault. They were just following the follower too. But anyway, when they come out of the car, they have this walk, and they come right up into their personal space and demand their ID without knowing anything. Let me get some ID. Okay? And it's just a natural movement. They just come out and then they come up with the two fingers and say, let me get some ID. They always do this. Let me get some ID, right? And the guys go, oh, no, thank you. Now, I want you to notice this right at this moment. Right at that moment, look at the facial expression change, okay? This is when their ego takes over. Because they never have been confronted in that way. These guys say, no, thank you. No cussing, no bad mouthing, no running, no nothing. And they go, no, thank you. And then right there, you feel that you can see the ego take over. Wait a minute. The ego goes, wait a minute. Did that guy just say no to me? Oh no, I'm going to make him, the ego goes, screw the law. I'm going to make him do what I say. I'm going to make him do it. You could see it because ego believes it can actually change another person's mind. Because the ego, and then you could see the ego take them over because they start doing things so unprofessional right at that moment, they don't realize they're doing it. I kid you not. Watch it. Don't laugh. Don't think it's funny. Just watch it. Just watch their behavior. They'll be doing things almost like a child would. I'm going to stand here. I ain't moving. I got all day. Knowing all they had to do is this, okay? Now, you remove ego, and if say like I was the cop, with logical thinking, okay? And not letting ego take over my brain, I would do like, wait a minute. This guy is not doing the normal thing that's been working for the last 10, 15, 20 years. Why is he not doing it? And he's not doing it with attitude or anger or emotion. He's just saying no. And then he's quoting the law. Now, even after quoting the law, right there, he should be like, oh, wait a minute. That's the law? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's the law. Hey, have a good day. You guys are wrong. See you later. They don't do that. The ego has taken them over. You know why? And this is what I thought about too, right? They've been doing it for so long that once the ego takes over, they can't even stop themselves. It's too late. They've never actually had to bother to even look up the law because people are always in fear, just giving them the ID, just giving it to them. And now they believe, instead of enforcing the law, they believe they are the government. Instead of working for the government, they believe they are the government. And you can just see it, right? Same with the workers at the post office. They come out, just listen to what they say when they come out. They come out like, I work for the government. This is a federal building. This is our building. You can't be taking pictures. Listen to what they're saying. This is our building. You can't be taking pictures of our building. They really believe it's their building. You can see it in their face. And it's just ego consuming. Not even hearing the guy saying, hey, we can do this. We can stand on the public sidewalk. We don't have to move. We don't have, it's public. No, that's our property too. They just ego, you can see ego take over their mind and say, oh, just say it's your property too. That'll scare them away. It's always worked before. Let's just say it now. Hey, get off our property, else we're calling the police. And then when it doesn't work, ego says, what the hell? Oh, okay. Let me think of something else. You can just see it calculating, but you got to remember, they can't see themselves or hear themselves when they're totally taken over by ego. That's why it looks so weird. Like, how come, you think about it, you say, how come you just can't accept that it's law? Because it's not them. It's ego has taken completely over because they've never had to actually look up the law. You could just see it on their face. If you knew the law, you would just say, oh, okay, that's the law. I know if I go over the speed limit, I'm breaking the law. So I know, hey, did you know you're speeding? Yeah, I knew I was speeding. Okay, cool. All right. I broke the law. Hey, if I'm selling drugs, all right, I get caught. I broke the law. Okay. All right. Well, I broke the law. It's just, you know what it is. But how come when you state the law to them, they just don't want to accept it? That's ego. This carries over to the private sector too. I remember I was a computer engineer for 20 years, making 6 digits, whatever. I thought I fit right into society. Society says, hey, if I have a degree and a 6-figure income, I'm doing good. Why? Society says that. So I associated my almost all of my identity of me having a bachelor's degree and being a computer engineer. Totally forgetting that that's not me. One day that's going to stop. Or I quit or whatever, right? And then what am I? I'm just Linnell. Right? I'm no longer a computer engineer. What's so crazy? When I quit, it took me a long time to drop. When people asked me what I did, knowing that I quit, I still said, oh, I'm a computer engineer. Knowing that I didn't even do that anymore. And all that is it's ego and attachment to identity to a job. I didn't know I was doing that. And what I didn't know either, the deeper I got in debt, like for example, the deeper I got in debt, the more attached to the job I naturally became, because now I was dependent on that job because I was in deep debt. I was in debt more than I made a year. So now the job had me. So instead of acknowledging that why I'm accepting certain things, certain behaviors, why I'm accepting my job calling me more, because I remember that happening a lot in the field I was in. I would get calls even when I wasn't on call. It didn't matter what time of the day. It didn't matter if I had an event planned. It didn't matter. I always got called and I always answered it. Not realizing, no, you could say, you can't do that. No. But I was in so much debt and I tied so much of my identity to my job, I thought I didn't want to mess it up or get fired or look bad on the next monthly report or some stupid nonsense, right? It's so stupid when I think about it today. It's fucking stupid. I agreed that they can have any time in my life, anytime they want it. Hell to the no. If you're doing that, I want you to hear this clearly. You are giving away the time in your life. You're just giving it away. You're giving it away. You know why? Because you're in debt. It's crazy. That's all you got to do is just listen to people, right? They'll say, hey, I've been working at this job for 10 years. I've been working at this job for 15 years. Whoa, I put in all this overtime. Man, I'm making that money. I'm 80 hours in for this week. Like making it like it's a good thing. It's not you just gave away 80 hours of your life and you're happy about it for how much? I'm curious to see. Tell me how much. Oh no. Minus the taxes. Minus the taxes. Don't add up all your money and not include the tax being taken away, because everybody do that. They always add up and double their hours. Oh, I get triple time. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not according to the tax bracket you're in. No, you don't. The more you make, the more they take. But they don't care if you believe that. That's your business. If you believe that, that's whatever. Math doesn't care. Math does not care. One day, you got to think about this. One day, you're just going to, maybe not, you might wake up one day and no longer like what you're doing. You might wake up one day and do exactly that. That's what happened to me. It happened to me when I became debt free. I woke up one day, I said, no more of this. I quit. Shocked. Hell, I even shocked myself. But the very thought of leaving, going to work, and sitting in a cubicle for 8 to 10 hours that day, go home and then start it all over the next day, hell to the fucking no. Today, When I think about it today, and it took me a year to break this 40-hour work week habit. Let me just tell you that. It took me a year to break it. Once it was broke, the very thought of that sounds like I'm a caged animal in a building that I can be let out for 1 hour a day to go eat. Here, go eat, slave. Make sure your ass is back in an hour. Hurry up. Be gone. You back on time? You better clock in. That's some dock and pay, slave. That's what it feels like to me. And then I look, how much did I sell the time of my life for? Now, those of you that heard my salary earlier, what I was making, all right, 6 figures, I'll tell you to be exact, $160,000 a year. That's how much I was paid to do what I do. That's not even bragging. And I'm going to tell you why it's not bragging. You ready to hear it? I'm going to tell you. Compare that 160,000 to the billions of dollars that Amazon's making, that Microsoft making, that Tesla's making. Billions. And how's that little 160,000 compared to that? Not a lot, huh? Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, why in the hell are you comparing to that? Are they aliens? Is Elon Musk an alien? Jeff Bezos, is he an alien? Or is he a human being just like you that opened his brain up and said, let me figure this out. Boom. And you know what it starts with? 5th grade math. Apply 5th grade math to your finances and you will be rich. All your debt added up, that is your ticket. That is the price to your freedom, to your wealth, to become truly wealthy. And wealthy is not money. It's not money. It's owning the time in your life. When you own the time in your life, you're free to do anything you want. You're free to do anything. I can do anything. And I'm not rich. Whatever rich means different things to different people. Some people think the guy down the street with the bigger house is rich. Okay, he got a boat and a car. He's rich, you know. And then there's people that think like Elon Musk. I'm going to let you know, those kind of people, they don't even think about money. It just comes. They understand money's currency. You draw it to you. That's why they created something that draws the money to them. That's how it works. You don't chase it. It comes to you. Currency. That's how it works. But all you got to do, first you got to believe in yourself. The job is not you. The title is not you. The degree is not you. I know if people associate that too, they'll be like, man, screw that, man. I spent all that money on that degree. I'm going to stay in this field no matter how much I hate it. You know how that sounds? That sounds purely like financial hell to me. Especially when they own you like that. When you have a student loan, you are a slave. And now you keep tying your job to the bachelor's degree, master's degree, and then to the student loans. Now you're trapped because you're in debt, plus you got this massive student loan. So now the only thing you can do, the only thing good that you believe is good is your job. You might be broke as hell, but you're proud to say, hey, I'm a doctor. Yeah, I'm a lawyer. Yeah, I work downtown. That's my office up there, but broke as hell. But since you're broke, hey, I'm a lawyer. I'm making all this money. That's the only thing you can tie yourself to. What if one day you wake up and you don't like it? You can't even quit. Now you're stuck in hell. We create our own hell. I can't even imagine waking up to a job every single day that I cannot stand and only trapped there because of debt. Or no, most people don't even know they're trapped there because of debt. They just think, this is it. You know, I don't know anything else. I can't do anything else. I can't afford to do anything else. I can't afford to live my own dreams. It just goes on and on, not realizing it's debt. Not realizing the person they're complaining on, they got the brand new iPhone in their hand talking to their friend. I don't know why I'm so stuck in debt. No, it can't be this $1,000 cell phone I just financed. It can't be that. So I don't know what to do. This is what I'm trying to show you. This is how you detach yourself from a job to debt to no longer being scared of the mailbox, waking up hating your job, this boss treats me like shit, and this and that. When you're debt free, you don't accept none of that shit. You don't accept none of that. I'm not even joking. I don't accept that. I don't accept nobody wasting my time. You know why? Because I don't get more of it. I've already wasted enough being blinded by debt for the first 40 years of my life. It pisses me off because it's only fifth grade math. So it pisses me off sometimes. Not as much as it used to, but it still does every now and then. And it amazes me when I can just hear people talk. You know, you could just, hey, should I invest in the stock market and this and that and blah, 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 and I'm gonna make some money and the interest and you know, and I understand they're following the follower. And there's people that understand finance and stuff like that, and they might be deep in debt, but they just have more money than the other person. And so naturally, they're going to look up to this person because they see the stuff they have, not knowing this person's just as broke, if not deeper. But they don't know that. So they follow them. Not realizing all they got to do is look in the mirror, add up all their debt from all 3 credit reports, add it all up, look at that number, add up every single penny. Then the next hardest part is believing it. You got to just believe that number. Did I do that? Is that really real? Is that number that big? Oh my God, I'm going to die with debt. You start encouraging yourself, probably out loud too. You're probably telling yourself that you're not going to be able to do it. I want you to pay, if you try this, I want you to pay close attention if you catch yourself doing that. Oh, that's too much. There is no way. I'm going to die with that debt. No. I'll never pay off that student loan. I'll never pay off this house. I'll never pay off that car. You're telling yourself that. I'm living proof that you can. And I can show you the way. It's not really that hard. You just got to believe it. The second hardest part is not listen to society. The majority of society. If 85% of America in debt, that's a lot of people. This is how rare I know I am today. I know I'm this rare. I know I am. The gift of being able to hear money is amazing. It's a gift. It's amazing to hear it. And it's so easy. It's so easy. You can tell people that are full of shit with when they talk about finances and money. I watch the news all the time. That's where I get my material. I just watch the news. I watch the news, how they explain it to you, because when you're debt free, I hear the news differently. When they explain averages and what's happening in finance, I get that information. This is how I look at it. This is what they use to keep you in this average compartment area. And if you believe you're in the average, because that's why they always say the average person pays this much. If you believe you're in the average, you're going to believe what they're telling you. So I take that information and use it and show it to you guys what they're really saying. It's that easy. It's not even hard. It's like when you hear rappers freestyle. You know, how do they just spit that stuff off the top of their head and they just tell you it's just around. That's exactly what I feel like a freestyle financial guy. It's just here. I just see it. It's right in everybody's face. You just can't see it if you're trapped in the debt matrix. You cannot see it. I don't identify myself. The even thought of identifying myself with a job terrifies me. Because I'm so much more than that, and I just didn't know it. I did not know it. I did not see it. I did not know debt was keeping me back. Once I became debt free, my whole life changed. You hear all these, I'm telling you guys, you hear all these fakes and phonies giving you financial advice. You don't even know it. You have no idea. I know this is off. I'm gonna give you guys one just so you can test this theory, okay? All right, and I'm gonna give you a common one that everybody uses, especially you late 20s, early 30s people that believe you got to get a house right now, okay? I'm gonna give you the best advice ever, and all you got to do is trust your math, okay? If you're in the market looking for a house, right, and you're trying to add up all these fancy numbers to see if you can actually afford this house and whatever loan they're offering to you, and the realtor, and I don't know, let me not say the realtor, I'm gonna just say the person selling you the house, right? This is what I want you to do. I want you to, say like, for example, say like you have $50,000 in student loan debt, okay? And you had, no, better yet, let's say you had $100,000 in student loan debt and you saved $30,000 for a house, okay? Now, if you go 30,000 minus 100,000, that's negative 70,000, okay? So you really, according to math, not me, just math, according to math, you don't really have $30,000 because you're negative $70,000 in the hole. You are broke according to math. Okay. Now, armed with this information, you go. Maybe you're in the middle of trying to get a house, or you're just about to. Okay. Now, knowing logically that you're $70,000 in the hole. Okay. Go to somebody trying to sell you a home. Now, not all of them, some of them, they'll move some numbers around and say, hey, if you do this, you can afford, you take this 30, instead of putting all 20% down on a house, how about you just put 10 down? We can get you a fancy loan or whatever they talk about, right? Take that 20, invest in the stock market and do all this other and triple it. And then all of a sudden you take the interest and pay off. It's the same story, okay? It's all in the debt matrix. They don't realize it's the same story, okay? And then all of a sudden you take that money from the interest from the money from there, and then you pay off the student loan, and then the house will be appreciating at the same time as you're doing it, so it's going to be going up in value, and then they equal. Now, a person that don't know money, this is just blow your mind. You're going to believe all that bullshit they be telling you. I'm going to simplify this for you because math says so. You go, how am I supposed to put 20% down on this, put 10 down on this home and invest 20,000 in the stock market when I'm negative $70,000 in the hole? The money doesn't even exist. Have them explain that to you mathematically. The money doesn't exist. If you're negative $70,000 in the hole, whatever you're doing over here, you're 100% financing it. 100%. Plus the interest of the loan, plus the interest of your student loan. It's that simple. You don't need no fancy debt to income ratio from the bank and blah. It's all bullshit. All you got to do is trust your math. They're insulting you. They're financially insulting you. And you don't even know it. It's like somebody walking up to you and cussing at you, but in a different language. You're going to be like, I can tell by his mannerisms that it's not nice. I mean, you're gonna be thinking about it logically, and that's how you should be thinking about your math, right? Somebody cusses at you, but in a different language that you're unfamiliar with. You can read his body language. You'll be like, okay, I know it's not nice. It's got to be mean. It's got to be a mean. But if you don't know the word, does it really matter? Does it really hurt you? You can be like, ooh. I got to wait till I get home to Google it to see if I know what that word means. And you probably won't even think about it after you leave that situation. You'll just think it's weird, and you probably won't even go look it up because you probably won't even remember the name he called you. That's the same thing with math. Isn't that insulting? That's insulting. That's how it sounds in real life because you don't know math. I know I'm way off the topic, but I had to just throw in that example so you guys can understand what it truly means. All right. Thank you for watching. If you guys have any video ideas on personal finances, shoot them to me, comment, let me know. I'll make a video on it, especially if I'm skipping over stuff and not letting you guys, if I'm saying something and then I don't explain it because sometimes I'll run off on a different direction, right? And so just let me know. So, DebtAintMyDaddy@gmail.com, DebtAintMyDaddy on Facebook, DebtAintMyDaddy on Instagram. You guys have a wonderful day. All right, bye-bye. Oh, don't forget to subscribe and hit that reminder button on the YouTube channel. YouTube search, #DebtAintMyDaddy.